Thank you very much. It's as a coach, and I can probably speak on behalf of all the coaches at Marquette, it's a great honor to be up here, and not just to introduce Katie or Millie. That's her nickname, at least it was while she played for us. But having been here for a while at Marquette as well, haven't seen so many of the McCahill Awards winner from the past, not just return, but also haven't had a chance to watch them compete in the past. And it's a tremendous privilege as a coach being here. So Katie, Millie, I need a little help, so you do have to come up here because I got to get you away from that table for one thing, and you have to help me a little bit over my shoulder. So first of all, congratulations. I wrote a few things up. I thought that would be a little bit easier. I know some of you know Katie quite well, and if you don't, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what sort of remarkable woman she is. First off, let me tell you that she's very smart. Not only did she earn a degree from MU by double majoring in marketing and human resources, but her final GPA was a 3.97. We did not invite the professor that gave her the AB. More importantly, she got her degree from Marquette, unlike her parents and her husband Corey, who all attended the big state school down in Madison. We won't hold that against them. That by itself earns you an A already, Kate. What I've always loved about her is that she's just such a genuine, happy person with an awesome smile. I knew I would get one. She's comfortable being herself, and her personality engages people. And if you have a chance to talk to her a little bit tonight, I think that will come across. I've always admired Katie for the fact that she can be totally entrenched in soccer, for example, but as soon as she walked away, she could be in a different world. Just like if she came from the different outside world in academics, hanging out with family or friends, and then coming to soccer, she would be totally entrenched. Her consideration of others, her caretaking attitude, her accountability and respect have always been treasured by everybody around her. Katie has excelled at everything she did as long as I've known her. I strongly believe she did so because she always gave 100%, always. As coaches, I can't remember a day when Katie slacked off or we had to remind her to work harder. She brought an attitude of, I will give everything I have today and I will have no regrets. Over the years, it's been one of the very few players I think that we've asked to play multiple positions on the field, and she never complained once about it. And I think you have to put that a little bit in perspective. I mean, in football, it'll probably be a little bit like taking a linebacker and asking them the second season to play wide receiver, and then the third season to maybe play quarterback. So it's incredible what she was able to do. She went out and did her best. And she always excelled. Being able to adjust without compromising her core beliefs has always been one of her remarkable traits. I know she's always had a plan or developed one for whatever she needed to get done, and her strong faith in God has always and will continue to guide her throughout her life. Remarkably, as much as Katie loved to excel as an individual, her focus and competitiveness on the field has always been about the team. For her, it was never about scoring or getting the assist. Team success was everything for her. I truly believe that things happen for a reason, and while it seemed challenging at the time, it may have had to happen for Katie and our team to enjoy one of our program's biggest triumphs. During her junior year, we were about 14 games into the season, we were playing at St. John's, and she was playing stopper. And at the end of right before halftime, Katie sustained a very serious knee injury. She had to come out of the game and couldn't play for the rest of the year. It ended her season. She rehabilitated, and with all her determination went through the whole spring to get ready for her senior year. As we're now jumping forward to her senior year, the fall of 2009, we got back. Now Katie, being a senior captain, one of our team leaders, we returned to St. John's. We returned to St. John's about 12 months after her injury, and it was the day where Big East Championship was on the line. In a highly competitive match that saw us battling their seniors, and they had 16 of them on that day, Katie anchored our defense and we won 1-0 to claim the title. It was one of 16 shutouts that our teams had that fall. If you look at the box score today, Katie started, played 90 minutes. No assist, no goal, no track of how many tackles, how many headers won, how many times talking to people around her, her teammates, putting them in position. None of that mattered, because what she did that day, more than anything, is she played with heart, because she didn't know any different. She knew what she had to do that day is what our team needed the most. Individually, what mattered to her was that Katie returned to the place where she was challenged the most as an athlete, and now she walked off the field as a champion. One of her closest friends and teammates said this about her: Katie is the most dedicated person I know. She puts her whole heart into it. Nothing can distract her when she's into it. Katie could have had the worst day, but her problems were always second to everyone else's. She's always had a smile on her face. She was always a huge motivator and one of the first girls up and dancing before every game. Her iconic dance, Call on Me, goes hand in hand with her caring personality. At Marquette, Katie left her mark. She was a champion in the classroom, she was a champion on the field, she was a champion in the community. She's a wonderful, genuinely person, friend, sister, daughter, wife, and so much more. And today she is she's a 2010 McCahill Award recipient. Katie Miller.